Hi, I'm Wayne and this is Bastow Woodworking. This is called a Moxon Vise and I'm going to show you how I made it. I started by jointing one edge on my table saw using my jointing jig. The face was already flat with no wobble, so I was able to head right to the radial arm saw next to square the end. I set my fence to 4.5 inches and ripped 2 pieces from that beautiful slab of walnut. These will be the front and back jaws of the vise. Walnut is extremely dense and this is a very thick slab, so I took my time with the cut, letting the saw do the work. I brought the pieces down to 2 inches using the planer. The back of my Moxon Vise is going to be 30 inches, so I just have to cut that down. I need to leave a 3-inch tab on each end so that I can clamp down. So I'm going to cut the front jaw to 24 inches, because 30 minus 6, yeah, 24 inches. Using the marking gauge given to me by Jonathan at Jon Ford Woodworks, I marked a line at center on each board. The kit of hardware I purchased recommends putting the holes 2 3/8 inches inward from the ends of the front jaw. These holes need to line up exactly with the holes in the back jaw, which is 6 inches longer. So I used some setup blocks to keep everything lined up, and using a combination square and a Sharpie, I marked 2 3/8 inches on the front jaw and then transferred the marks to the longer jaw in the corresponding location. Now what I'm doing is I'm marking 1/4 of an inch over from each of my marks on the front jaw. The front jaw is going to have an oval shaped hole instead of a circle because the front jaw has to be able to pivot. So that's what I'm marking. These marks will be where I drill with a 3/4 inch Forstner bit. The back one I will just drill the normal hole. I cut 2 overlapping holes using a 3/4 inch Forstner bit. I had to do this in multiple passes as the walnut needed to be continually cleared from the hole. I then used a chisel to knock out the overhang, creating an oval slot. I then drilled a hole using a 1-inch Forstner bit, a bit deeper than the nut that came with my hardware kit. I then cut a 3/4 inch through hole. This creates an inset for the nut to sit in. I needed the nut to fit snugly in the inset hole so that it could not spin. To achieve this, I threaded a nut onto the screw and put it through the hole. I then used a small chisel to scribe the outline of the nut. I could then remove material little by little with the chisel until I had a perfect fit. This step took the longest out of any part of this build. There are quicker ways to secure the nut in the inset. You can use wedges, epoxy, or construction adhesive as well and get similar results. But I chose to do it this way more or less to get some quality time with my chisels and to kind of challenge myself to get that perfect fit. I I then cut a bevel on the front jaw of the vise on my table saw. This allows better access to the front of the piece clamped in the vise. I sanded the front jaw before marking out the tabs for the ends of the back jaw. These tabs will allow the vise to be clamped to a workbench without interfering with pieces in the vise. I could then sand the back jaw and do the last bit of finishing before assembly. I then finished the outer surfaces of the walnut with walrus oil. I was turned on to this product by Graf Woodshop. I'll put a link to their video down in the description. I left the inside of the jaws untreated as I did not want them to transfer any oils to my workpieces. I cleaned all metal parts for the vise with denatured alcohol in following the manufacturer's instructions, and I'm coating the parts in fluid film to prevent rust before assembly. It was then a very straightforward assembly, and everything went really well, everything fit together really tight, and I'm extremely happy with how it turned out. And that's the Moxon Vise. I'm incredibly happy with how it turned out. The walnut looks beautiful. I still need to figure out what bench it's going to be mounted to most, so I left it so that it just has little tabs that I use clamps to attach. If I decide that I'm going to keep it on a particular bench, I'll drill some holes and I'll put some bolts through, just to make it easy to take on and off. But thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to keep up to date with new projects as they are released. And until next time, thank you.